In the height of summer, when tourist hotspots should be bursting with energy, music, and the clamor of excited families, some of the most iconic travel destinations in the United States are instead filled only with silence. The wind whistles through deserted streets, and the rusty groan of roller shutters echoes in places that were once vibrant hubs of joy and business. Florida, Nevada, California, names that once meant sunshine, dreams, and escape, now represent something far more grim. Mass layoffs, shuttered businesses, and fading futures. At one time, the U.S. tourism industry contributed over $1.9 trillion to the economy annually, but now it teeters on the edge of silent collapse. The warning signs were there, but few paid attention until it was too late. Paychecks vanished, hotels emptied, events were canceled. And for millions whose livelihoods depended on tourism, the future is now uncertain. So what happened? Why were tens of thousands forced out of work during peak season? How did world-renowned states become hotspots for joblessness and despair? And more importantly, could your state be next? This report dives deep into the 10 states most affected by the tourism industry's downturn. These aren't just statistics. They are stories of lives upended, dreams deferred, and communities grappling with a quiet but powerful storm. Florida, the dreamland gone silent. Let's start with Florida, the beacon of entertainment and family vacations. Disney World, Universal Studios, and the endless coastlines once drew millions. But in the summer of 2025, over 15,000 Walt Disney World employees faced either reduced hours or permanent layoffs. That's right. In the middle of peak season, America's entertainment capital is shrinking. Hotel bookings from Orlando to Miami are down by as much as 27%. International visitors, once a lifeline, dropped 38% in a single year. The over-reliance on overseas tourists from Europe to Latin America and Asia backfired when economic fluctuations and tightening visa rules slowed the stream of visitors. Meanwhile, soaring costs of living in Florida, everything from lodging to food to parking, have made even domestic travelers think twice. One stage technician, who had finally returned to work after losing his job in 2020, shared a chilling message from HR: a permanent reduction in hours with no explanation. "I used to bring magic to visitors," he said. "Now I can't afford the rent." Las Vegas, Nevada. The city that lost its spin. Las Vegas was once a place where fortunes could change with a pull of a lever. Today it's losing its charm and its workers. Between March and June alone, over 32,000 service industry jobs were lost in Nevada. That's nearly 1/3 of its tourism workforce. 8 major hotels and casinos shut their doors temporarily due to low occupancy. Empty restaurants and dark auditoriums are now common on the Strip. Older tourists, the core demographic, are scaling back due to safety concerns and economic anxiety. And with the disappearance of big-spending Chinese tourists, Vegas is left scrambling. A 20-year room service manager was forced into early retirement. "It's not because I wanted to," she said, "but there's nothing left to do." Vegas still shines at night, but its sparkle is just surface level now, hiding the growing cracks beneath. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more updates and content. We've got plenty more coming your way. California, a dream in decline. In California, once the picture of the American dream, the golden glow is fading. Santa Monica's hotels now flicker dimly at night, while homeless encampments grow along the boardwalk. In just one quarter, Los Angeles County lost over 40,000 service sector jobs. Rising crime, homelessness, and social media-fueled safety concerns have made California less appealing to tourists. One cafe owner near Venice Beach, who once served locals and travelers alike, was forced to sell. The dream didn't die. It just became too expensive to maintain. Hawaii, a paradise with no visitors. In Hawaii, the silence is deafening. Honolulu's once crowded airport now stands eerily still. A staggering 21% of hospitality jobs have been lost compared to last year, more than at any time since the pandemic. A Japanese tour guide, a 15-year resident, has seen his income drop by 80%. Tightened Airbnb regulations, fewer flights, and fines for culturally insensitive tourist behavior have turned Hawaii into a harder sell. The island is caught between cultural preservation and economic survival. New York. The city that forgot how to host tourism was once New York City's lifeblood. But in 2025, Broadway ticket sales are down 35% from 2019. Nearly 1 in 5 hotels in Manhattan have closed, not due to lack of workers, but due to lack of guests. Street performers have turned to food delivery apps to survive. A saxophonist once playing nightly at Union Square now plays only for himself. New York is no longer a city people dream of living in. It's a stopover, not a destination. The sparkle is dimming, and behind the curtain, the economic machine is grinding to a halt. South Carolina, Myrtle Beach missing in action. Myrtle Beach was once America's postcard-perfect summer escape. Today, it's nearly forgotten. The restaurant and hotel sector in South Carolina now suffers an unemployment rate above 10%, the highest in the Southeast. Much of this stems from a drop in Canadian tourists. Canada, once a major source of revenue, has shifted its focus inward. Resort bookings are down 38%, while state tourism campaigns have been slashed. The once booming beach now lies quiet. Illinois, Chicago's silent stage. Chicago's conference industry was once among the best in the world. Now McCormick Place sits idle. Navy Pier is no longer packed. More than 20,000 tourism-related workers have been laid off. Visitors cite safety as a concern. The increase in crime, even in traditionally safe areas, has created a perception that Chicago is no longer welcoming. It's a perception that's proving hard to change. Arizona, the desert echoes emptiness. Arizona's warm winters once attracted snowbirds from the north. But this year, leisure travel to Phoenix and Tucson has plummeted by 31%. Resorts sit vacant. Retirees in Sedona are canceling Airbnb listings and cutting household expenses just to cope. If this trend continues, Arizona could lose over 17,000 hospitality jobs by 2026. For many, the desert dream has dried up. Colorado, the mountains can't save it. Tourism in Colorado is down 28%. Even towns like Aspen are struggling. Hotels close early, cafes cut hours, and residents who once fled cities to reconnect with nature are now leaving as the jobs disappear. With 15% of Colorado's economy tied to tourism, the outlook is bleak. The mountains remain, but who will be there to admire them? Louisiana, jazz without a crowd. New Orleans without music is unthinkable, yet street performers are moving online, hoping someone on TikTok will tip. Tourism is down 23%, and flights into New Orleans have dropped by nearly 50% compared to pre-pandemic levels. Cultural icons are fading, not because they've lost their art, but because they've lost their audience. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget like and subscribe for the latest updates on global politics.